What I'm about to say is highly controversial for someone who spent about 20 years in the state of Texas. But I mean, this is bordering on sacrilegious if you're from Texas. I really like beans in my chili. And not just one bean. I like 3 beans in my chili, which is why I make it the way I do. And I'm going to teach you how. If you like soup-based content, then I think this is a really good time to remind you to like and subscribe. Ring the little bell. Let me know, or let you know that when I update my videos, which is bi-weekly. And we're gonna get to it. To the stove. I'm not using my Mason Dutch oven tonight because I'm currently cooking stock in it. So we're gonna go with our old standby, the Macy's Martha Stewart special. We're gonna start by adding a little bit of olive oil to the bottom. Then we're gonna let that heat up. Now that our Dutch oven is nice and hot, we're going to put in our onions. 1 chopped onion. And we're going to mince 2 cloves of garlic. And we're going to cook these. If you thought that I was going to say until they are translucent and aromatic, then you would be correct. To our aromatic onion and garlic mixture, we're going to add about 1 pound of hamburger. If you are not limited to using hamburger, you can use ground turkey, ground chicken. I think next time I do this, I'm going to use ground pork because Everett and I got a really good source. We got a really good source for locally grown ground pork. Well, locally grown pork, not necessarily ground. And now you're going to learn my secret to making excellent chili. And that secret is season the meat, not the chili. Rather, season the meat, not the soup. We're going to start with a teaspoon of regular chili powder. And we're just going to kind of sprinkle it on there. This is really easy, guys. A teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin seed, which is basically the chili dog spice, so you gotta add it. So we're gonna add our final ingredients. And unfortunately they come from a can because Everett and I didn't get here soon enough to have a good garden and put away things like tomatoes and what have you. Forgive me. You can use you can use your own canned stuff that you put away for the winter. Or you can go to the grocery store. No one's judging you. We're going to add 1 can of drained kidney beans, 1 can of drained black beans, which are not coming out for some reason. There we go. That's why I use a spatula for everything. One can of drained garbanzo beans. Just keep stirring with each addition. a can of tomato sauce, a barking dog. I don't know what he's barking at, probably one of the cats. And then my sister-in-law sent him this really, really cool toy. It's basically 2 hedgehogs living in a log, and it's one of those interactive ones they have to pull apart. And he gets he has a low frustration tolerance. But he has a lot of fun with it. 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I use a fire roasted tomato because it adds a little more complexity to the chili. That is the most canned food you're going to see me use in one recipe. I swear. And now you're just going to kind of let everything simmer together. We're going to cover it, turn the temperature down to about medium heat, and let it simmer for about 30 minutes or so, and you'll have a lovely pot of chili. If you really want the flavors to meld, you can simmer it longer. This recipe actually works really, really well in an Instapot. You can just put, saute your meat right in your Instapot and then put everything else in it. And once, hit the chili or beans function, and you'll have excellent chili when you come home from work. It also works really well in a crock pot, but you have to saute your meat and onions and garlic together before you assemble your chili. But the concept is still the same. That's actually how I used to make this before the Instapot became popularized. Actually, one of the first things I ever made Everett for dinner. So cover it, and we'll see it soon. We'll come back soon. So I did my typical mid-cooking taste test, and I've decided that it's a little less spicy than what I typically like with my chili. Like I said, I'm going to default to the chipotle powder because it's not quite so in-your-face hot, but it does give a little bit of smoky spiciness. And we're just going to give it a good sprinkle. It's probably about a half teaspoon to a quarter of a teaspoon. And we're going to stir it in. Obviously, if you're not making this for your family, you're going to want to use a separate spoon and not stick your spoon back into your chili pot. But since my husband and I basically share the same biome, gut flora, the whole bit, I don't think it's going to hurt us. That's on point. A little bit longer. All right, so you know your chili is done when your beans are tender, and these are perfect. And so I'm gonna go plate up food real quick. So that's a hearty bowl of chili and a cornbread muffin. Usually we have sour cream with our chili, but I need to go to the grocery store and I've been putting it off. So it's just cheese tonight. So I'm going to go get Everett for dinner. And we're going to have some sour creamless chili with cornbread. And we are going to make sure to get some sour cream at the grocery store tomorrow so that he is a more happy camper. Thank you again for stopping by. I'm hoping that you guys will give this chili a try. It's really, really good. If you like beans in your chili. If not, your mileage may vary. But I think it's definitely a winner. Until next time, you take care of yourselves.